Hey everyone, it's Michael Angel with CDSoundMaster, CDSoundMaster.com. CDS is classically defined sound. So thanks for joining me with this video. This is going to be about the Tape Booster Plus PC VST. Now, Tape Booster Plus is a very special design. It is a tape saturator, which means it's dealing with the harmonics that are very specific to tape. Now, where you have R2R and the Apex tape collection, you have very specific individualized machines that have the character of the harmonics and the frequency spectrum, along with the different tape speeds. All of those have a fingerprint that is very specific to each individual machine. I developed Tape Booster Plus to give you the benefit of hitting those same machines at a harder level. So the layout for Tape Booster Plus is very simple. You have your input level, your drive level, and your output level. You have your bypass, which is off by default. Turn it on in order to hear your original signal without the saturation. Turn it off to hear it with the saturation. And you have an over indicator. The input level is going to drive your signal with the actual harmonic distortion attached, meaning that you're not just turning the level up from your input, but you're actually increasing the amount of drive. Now, you can lower the output level by the same amount that you raise the input level if you're looking to adjust how hard you want to hit the machine. With Tape Booster Plus, though, since this is completely based upon the dynamic effect of harmonic distortion and is not looking to give you the specific spectrum frequency of any individual tape machine like you have with R2R and Apex, both of those lines. With Tape Booster, you are just looking to increase the perceived volume with tape saturation. So you can increase the drive level, and especially if you have a very low level, you can go even as much as 5 or 6 and even add additional instances in serial, meaning that you're driving one with the next. Do not overdo this. Make sure that you experiment, because once it goes over a natural amount of distortion, then it goes into artifacts that are not real, that are not coming from the tape. So you will hear the difference, but just, don't load, +0 level normalized files in a Tape Booster and crank up the drive and load up 7 instances because you'll blow your speakers with nasty sound that is not intended. So get to know Tape Booster with moderate levels first, and then as you know how you're going to use it on your tracks, you can probably set up presets and even just pre-render. So in a separate video, I'm going to do a lot of audio examples of Tape Booster Plus with 1, 2, 3, maybe even 4 instances, and especially in combination with the R2R machines and the Apex tape collection machines, so that you can hear the effect of adding more and more gain saturation that is completely unique to tape. So Tape Booster Plus provides you with the most accurate sounding real tape saturation for digital recording. I have specifically designed it to enhance your R2R tape machines, your Apex tape collection machines, but it can also be used on its own as an accurate generalized tape saturation effect. Where R2R and Apex provide a vast collection of specific tape machines and their dynamically changing frequency spectrum and harmonic distortion responses, Tape Booster Plus makes use of this advanced technology, additional instances of that saturation or drive, which increases the perceived gain level of your R2R and Apex tape machines, as it does your individual tracks when used on its own. Important to this and unique to tape, you have something similar to a compressing effect without actually compressing the signal. It does not harm your peaks. It will raise the lower dips and valleys up to a higher averaged level, similar to a bus compressor, without any effects to the attack and release timing of your material. It's unique to the way that tape interacts with frequencies and dynamics. So as you can see here, there are 2 different instances of Tape Booster Plus. There's a 44.1 kilohertz version and a 96K version. Now you can use 96K on everything. It'll translate perfectly to 88.2, to 48, to 44. 44.1, I designed it because every harmonic distortion is very specific to the frequency that it is operating on. It is a form of interharmonic distortion that happens, which in this case is intentional. We're trying to recreate that effect. So the processing, although the programs are essentially the same, it is a little bit easier for 44.1 to operate on 44.1. So you can use either of them all the time. You can listen for subtle differences, but essentially, since my original tests dealt with working with several different sample rates to see what was the easiest way to achieve the proper tape sound while only operating on the sound range that a person is recording with, I felt that it was good to offer both options. I personally have no problem using 96K all the time. And I will include a link to the manual in this video's description. So thank you so much for joining, and please check out my other videos. God bless you. Bye.